from the garage. This time, another mobile broadcast edition of What a Weird Week, featuring 10 weird stories from this week's news.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Weird.
Really weird tales.
Bigfoot eats out of my trash.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends, I'm Scott, and usually I'm somewhere else, but now I'm in the garage with the mobile broadcast unit to bring you 10 of the weirdest news stories of the week. If you want the show notes or you want to do a deeper dive on anything we talk about, or if you want to get our podcast info, all of the stuff is at shownotes.page, shownotes.page. I know, I've heard Mark Maron, he goes out, he leaves his garage and he'll go out and tell his neighbors, hey, can you stop mowing? I'm not going to do that. My neighbors are very kind to people. I'm not going to start anything. Keep mowing. Keep mowing, Jack.
Number 10.
Number 10 this week is from Science Alert. They are revisiting the questionnaire to determine if your cat is a psychopath. So we'll link to all of it. Maybe you have a cat. Perhaps someone you know has a cat. You can fill out the questionnaire, and researchers are anxious to determine if your cat is perhaps a psychopath. And maybe you don't even have to fill out the questionnaire. You already know it's an affirmative. But we'll link to all of it, the psychopath cat test. Click shownotes.page.
Number 9.
Number 9 is some food news from the makers of Nutella. They made headlines this week because they announced they're coming out with Nutella Peanut. Nutella is famously hazelnut and chocolate, some sort of sandwich spread, I guess, or, I've never had it that way. Of course, most of us just have it by the handful. Right? You reach into that jar and you grab a mitt full of Nutella, and that is how it's supposed to be eaten. Anyway, the popularity of peanut butter and peanut-based products in North America has convinced the makers of Nutella to come out with Nutella Peanut. It's supposed to be available on the shelf next spring, so perhaps it's you or someone you know who would be very excited by the thought of chocolate and peanut butter in a Nutella jar. Well, there you go.
Number 8.
This one, you guys, is the collab with Papa John's and Mountain Dew. They're coming out with a dirty soda. I didn't know what a dirty soda was. It's soda, or around here, East Coast Canada, most people call it pop. But you get your pop or your soda, and then there's creamer in there, and there's syrup and different things. And that's what they call it, a dirty soda. And so Papa John's and Mountain Dew, you're going to get something that tastes like a Mountain Dew and also tastes like Papa John's Cini. Limited time and perhaps a publicity stunt. You be the judge. If you want to see what it looks like, or perhaps be inspired to try to make your own dirty soda this weekend, we'll link to all of that in the show notes.
Number 7.
This one, you guys, is about the performance artist in New York City. His name is Kevin Carpet, and that's kind of what he does. His art is he dresses sort of like a carpet, and then he will lie down and encourage people to walk on him as you would a carpet. He is a human carpet, and that is his art. New York City artist Kevin Carpet. Please do not attempt. He's a professional, you guys. It's dangerous to be a human carpet. If you want to do a deeper dive on the man, the myth, the legend, you can click shownotes.page.
Number 6.
Okay, this one is very science-y. I'm going to keep it light and bubbly because I don't understand this. And I would also say that I believe personally, my own belief, the folks who work at the Large Hadron Collider are wizards. But physicists doing an experiment at the Large Hadron Collider made headlines this past week because they turned lead, yes, into gold, which we've been trying to do since the times of Merlin, right? Lead into gold. It was unintentional. This was not the plan for the experiment to just start cranking out gold. And also, it wasn't a lot of gold. It was like in the trillionths of a gram of gold. But gives us hope. Those of us who have been stockpiling lead, hey? Read the full details if you want. We'll link to it in the show notes.
Number 5.
This one is the story of Tofu the cat, who is described as a mischievous cat from Denver, Colorado, who cracked her tooth, and Tofu's owner took her to the cat dentist. The article doesn't call it a cat dentist, but let's just be honest with one another. It was a cat dentist. And so Tofu got a gold tooth, or part of a gold tooth. And, if you're mischievous and your name is Tofu, and you have a gold tooth, you're going to make some headlines. That's what happened. If you want to see a photo, click shownotes.page.
Number 4.
All right, you guys, this one is certainly something to be terrified about. A team of students at Purdue University made a robot to break the Rubik's Cube solving record. There is a record for robots solving the Rubik's Cube. Well, that record has been shattered by Purdue's Cube. That's the name they gave the robot. Now, the reason this is a scary story is the robot solved the Rubik's Cube in 0.103 seconds. 0.1 seconds. So how can we compete? How are we going to, when that robot decides it's going to stop solving the Rubik's Cube and go on some sort of rampage, how are we supposed to defend ourselves? Before we even think of something, that robot will have solved us, if you know what I mean. Anyway, normally, because I'm recording in the garage, normally I would have the video and stuff, but we'll link to it all in the show notes if you want to see the very fast Rubik's Cube solving robot. Click shownotes.page.
Number 3.
Got another world record here. This is a lady named Leela. Congratulations to Leela Noon, who is a 39-year-old professional circus performer, and she recently made headlines breaking the world record for longest time suspended by hair. She hung from her hair for over 25 minutes. But youch! Sometimes I comb my hair, you guys, but only sometimes. And when I do, I think to myself, I could never suspend from these locks. I would never hang from this head of hair. That would hurt. Actually, I've never had that thought before today, but anyway, Leela, congratulations on your hair hanging world record.
Number 2.
This one's another world record, you guys, set by Megan Campbell. She's a 31-year-old soccer player from the London City Lionesses, or football player. Here on the East Coast of Canada, we would say soccer mostly, but I know our show goes out over the internet, and perhaps where you are, you're screaming right now, it is football! Football! So I apologize for making you that angry. I didn't realize you'd get that. Wow. All right, so this is the world record, you guys. A throw-in of a distance of more than 123 feet. Imagine throwing a soccer ball more than 123 feet. Pretty fantastic. Congratulations, Megan. If you want to see the world record in action, click shownotes.page. Wait, see it in action? Yeah, I guess. See it in action. I should have just said see it. If you would like to see it, and you haven't yet, you can click shownotes.page. No edits this week, you guys.
Number 1.
I think it was last week we talked about the world's tallest dog having a play date with the world's smallest dog. It was a wonderful photo op and made headlines. We have another small dog story, you guys. A very tiny terrier is making headlines. A lady in Ontario, Canada, North America, planet Earth, a lady thinks her terrier, which is 3 inches tall, maybe Lulu is the terrier's name. Lulu is 3 inches tall. And so if that checks out and the Guinness World Records folks confirm it, that would be the world's shortest dog. Right now, Pearl, the dog we talked about last week, 3.5 inches. So Lulu at 3 inches, a very small dog. A little cutie doggo. I regret saying that, but no edits, you guys. No edits this week as we record from the garage. Okay, that is that. I thank you for checking out the show this week from the garage with the neighbor mowing their lawn. I don't think you could even hear it, but God bless my neighbors. They're so kind, and I would never interrupt because one of my neighbors mows a little bit of my lawn also, and he does his lawn. So I'm not getting in the way of that business. Hey, you guys, if you want to get our show notes or if you want to get in touch or the links to subscribe to our podcast, like, review, star, all of that stuff is at shownotes.page, shownotes.page. We'll catch you next week with some more weird, odd, fun, interesting stories from the news on What a Weird Week.